All right. We did it. We're live. Hello, Rachel. All right. Hello, hello. Welcome to our final, oops, sorry, I kicked her, Mini Masterclass Thursday. We are together today with the owner and CEO of Devine Consulting. Woo! Drum roll. Woo! So, as you've read, if you're following along or are our customer, we are officially merged with Devine Consulting. And so I wanted to just take the opportunity to kind of tell everyone why and answer any questions you might have. Even if you're watching the replay, feel free to reach out and send us your questions. We're really happy to answer them, but also introduce you to Jennifer and make sure that you understand what our next steps are and what the plan is for the rest of our lives.
Maybe not forever.
Maybe not forever, but at Devine Consulting. So to start, Jennifer, do you want to tell everyone about you and Devine Consulting?
So Jennifer Devine, I am owner and CEO of Devine Consulting. I started Devine in 2011. Prior to having my own company, I was a controller for a real estate development company in the Houston area. We did property management, construction, defensive driver online. We're a lot of different industries. And I basically, at the end of the day, I've kind of transformed that job that I had into a business. Outsourced accounting obviously has become much more popular over time. And, we really want to be your accounting team. We want to be a part of your organization. We don't want to just be some bookkeeper that you don't ever talk to and you never get anything from. So we're definitely not that. I am a CPA. I graduated from Texas A&M, got my CPA license shortly after that. And Devine Consulting is a CPA firm.
Yes. So similarly, I turned my bookkeeping business into it from having been in project management and operations for a construction company. And we specialize in construction and contractors and job costing because I had expertise in that area from my past life. So that's I didn't actually even know that. So I just learned something.
We have a synergy just because of, I think, the industries we've been in and the way we've gone about things. So I've probably done it a lot more in a manual way because I remember draw paperwork on big conference desks that I had to put together and filter through and file and way more than QuickBooks
Online
stuff.
Yes.
But it really has helped to transform, and I'm really big on technology, which is something also I feel like you have been really a big part of, is the technology piece of everything. So I think that's huge too.
Yeah, definitely. So Jennifer and I are wearing matching t-shirts, if you can imagine, because we're actually at a speaking event for contractors, the Build Expo together. And it just so happens that it's also Mini Masterclass Thursday. But we don't walk around matching all the time, just so you
well, except for the time we actually first met, which we were in sparkles. So yes. I think sequins.
Yes. So we actually met a year, not that long, not that much more than a year ago.
Yep.
Maybe a year and a week ago. We were placed together on a panel at a speaking event in San Diego
about technology.
Yes. We had never met each other before in our lives. We had one pre-Zoom call that we were together on, and we both at the end of the Zoom call were like, what is everyone wearing?
I think I asked the question.
We did,
but nobody answered the question.
Not one person answered. It kind of just got bypassed. And so she reached out on LinkedIn afterwards, okay, seriously, what are we wearing? And I said, in true Sam fashion, well, I love sparkles. So if you're up for sparkles, she's like, I got sparkles. So we showed up to the speaking event in full sequins, sequin jacket, sequin top. Her shoes even had glitter and sparkle on them. And the most hilarious part of this was the two men that were also on the panel that refused to answer this question were jealous because they both had sequin jackets that they would have worn. If we had told them.
And the funny part of it is we had the best time on this panel that I really think would have just been boring, but because we showed up in sparkles and sequins and we had a joke and it was just really fun.
Rachel's laughing.
And I think we've talked about it. We haven't written this blog yet, but to me, it was the sequence that caused the sequence of events. And here we are.
1 year later. So after that event, we got along so well and found like we really meshed personality wise. We kept in touch. And I was reaching out to Jennifer as a colleague to like, can you help me with this? Or what do you think about that? And she actually ended up referring me a client down the road several months later, also that she couldn't take on. And I think it was October.
We were at Intuit Connect.
We were at Intuit Connect, and I thought we were meeting for drinks, which we were meeting for drinks, but she just happened to bring up roundabout way, like, would you be interested in this conversation about maybe joining forces? And so she had a need in her firm, and I have always had this challenge. This has been a PBS challenge from day one, is capacity. And I've hired people, they come, I train them, they do their work, they go away, and then repeat and then repeat and repeat. And because we're very boutique, I've never had the ability to really scale up and just go find the best talent. I've had to kind of find who could fit that role part-time. And very long story short, and if you've been our customer, you've felt this and seen this. And I really appreciate everybody sticking with us, even though it's just been like it always falls back on Sam. So it's been really hard for me to manage and scale when we get to a point where one person just can't handle it all, and then one person is handling it all again. And then we grow, and then it comes back. So I had personally been kind of looking for a solve for that. And I was like, what am I going to do about this? And this just keeps happening. And I'll tell you, over months and months of conversation between us, this was not a last minute decision. Hi, Fo, welcome. There was not a last minute decision. It wasn't a quick decision on either of our parts. We were very strategic about it. She even flew out to California to come watch me kind of like work with my customers or work with my team to make sure that it was aligned with how Devine works or whatnot. I went on my first vacation in 10 years, again, because it's always me and I haven't been able to step away. And while I was on vacation, it dawned on me how much I enjoyed being on actual vacation. And I was like, oh my God, this is what it's.
Are you just going to go on vacation all the time now? Or
yeah, that was my plan, actually. Did I not tell you? Whoops. No, it dawned on me how long it had been since I could step away and actually be like a real person out in the world, not just always grinding and thinking about my business. And I thought, oh my gosh, it's working. This is what it's supposed to be. And I got back, and my accountant basically told me she was quitting again. So it was
solidified the choice.
Solidified the choice. It was literally in that moment I go, this is the universe telling me I am making the right choice, because it was about to dump right back in my lap everything. And we had scaled to be the highest, most revenue, most business we'd ever had in the history of PBS, but in Q4 of 25. So it wasn't a little bit of work. It was like a lot for one person. Long story short, I said yes. There was no dress, but I said yes. And we have merged officially. So we've spent the last few months internally doing everything we can to not make this about the customers getting change. You know, we've had to change a few things, like our client portal. We moved from the software we were using into a new one.
We had to merge kind of the technology we're using together so that we're on one platform and things like that, but not.
But it's QuickBooks Online focused, it's construction focused, it's all those same things. So I think we've had a really great success with the customers feeling little to nothing in the transition.
I know they probably could tell us, but
yeah, you can tell us. But honestly, I've gotten really good feedback. They like the new portal. People are using it.
They are. That's
yep,
for sure.
They are. So my main decision was because of capacity. Like I really wanted myself to have capacity, but I wanted our customers to have more support. And I just wasn't, for some reason, I just wasn't able to kind of give them that on a consistent basis with how things had been going. So this allows for everybody to have.
Probably to answer a question from the other side of it is I've gotten maybe a little luck, I don't know, but like my sister has worked with me for, she probably killed me because I don't remember exactly, but like 13 years, but I've always had that at least extra support. And then I was able to gain a couple other employees, and I've had some good tenure in my office. And so we were able to have some growth, have the support behind it. So it was not always falling back at me. And I think that was very attractive to you.
Very, very attractive because it's a longevity thing. You didn't just get into business last year or 2 years ago. You've been in business for 14 years. you've scaled, you've stabilized. And I did work with her sister. Actually, this was another attractive part to me because Stephanie, her sister, came in to help us on a project for capacity because she had said, if you need help, just let us know. And this is before any of this other stuff took place. And so I took her up on it, and Stephanie is amazing. She is so good. She's amongst one of the best I've ever worked with. And that made me go, well, if that's what you get at Devine, holy crap, whoa, I want to be a part of that. So it did help me also like understand this was a good move for our customers. And then for our team, I made sure we included the whole team in this. I didn't want it to be just a like, I'll do this and sorry about that. So we included the whole team. We brought everybody over. Everybody has a role that, was designed to fit what they were good at already when we agreed. So yeah, it was a great experience. It has been a great experience. And I'm really happy for our customers and for the future of what we can now provide because it's not all on one person.
Well, and I think what's really great about what we have is that we are able to give all of our clients, everybody gets 3 people. So you get a bookkeeper, an accountant, and a manager. So if somebody were to have to change out, not everything changes. And we have the ability internally to train that next person. So that's really not falling back to the client either to train the next person, or all falling back to Sam to have to do everything. And it also gives you that depth. So, because sometimes when you're in the weeds of everything, things get lost, and we really have a really good check and balance and a review structure in place. So I think that's also really something we bring to the table.
Absolutely. And over time, one of the main concerns customers have had is, well, because of capacity, like the ability to get a hold of me or someone. And because my accountants have gone in and out, when they're not there, it all fell back on me. So they had to wait on me to be available. And this way they have several people that can actually go in and answer the questions, help them on the accounting end, not just the customer service end, because we've always kind of had that, but it was really hard for us to really manage the client communication at times when it was all Sam. And anyway, I know all businesses ebb and flow, and every business owner kind of feels that at one point in time.
Of course.
So it was just like the world I lived in, but having the opportunity to not have to have that be the way is like really great.
Well, now I think it's really great because now, like, we found this just yesterday. I was like, I showed her something in QuickBooks and the amount of the stuff that she taught me in QuickBooks, because even though we're really experts in our field, technology and things change constantly, and you can't keep up with everything. So we just have now this like vast array of knowledge throughout the organization that we can share.
And she knows things I don't know, and I know things that she maybe doesn't know.
I mean, I know everything.
Yes, she does know everything. She's all knowing. She's Yoda.
I wish.
Accounting Yoda. But no, I love that. I also now, if you're a business owner and you've experienced like, who do I ask a question to? Because it's me, and then there's nobody else. Now I have that. And I love that too for me, because I've already been able to kind of like learn like how I can be more efficient with some things and streamline things, because my brain's worked in a certain way for so long, for 10 years, that now I can myself have a chance to grow and kind of branch out.
Yeah.
So that is the story behind the merger. It was a kind of one of those, what do you call those? Like divine interventions. That we got
ridiculous too.
That we got placed on this panel a year ago, and it's turned into this, but I'm really, really happy about it, and grateful and thankful. So thank you. And I'm really looking forward to what's next. I am now in the role of Director of Operations, which means I'm overseeing the accounting department. So I am still managing the relationships with all of the PBS clients. I'm not going away. It's not that you can't ever talk to me again or see me again. I'll still be taking all the meetings, but there just will be a team assigned to you that will be able to communicate about your files. So the next steps are, if you're our customer, you'll be seeing those people start being assigned to you. I'm going to do an introduction, like, here's your new accountant, please feel free to reach out to them. But again, I'm not going away. It's just not me that can always answer a question. We're going to try to streamline as much of it as possible. There might be some more changes, a little bit like a phone number change. Our emails are being forwarded but we're asking everybody to use the accounting at Devine Consulting LLC email as we move forward, because that goes to a managed inbox that's literally everybody can see.
And it's tasked.
And
people won't forget to respond to you.
The emails become tasks. So whether it's to me, to your accountant, to a bookkeeper on a request, payroll person, which we now have our own dedicated payroll person too. So it's not only your accounting team. Now we have a payroll person, which takes that load off of the accounting team, and they can really keep focused on making sure your numbers are accurate. But anyway, everybody sees that email. So it will be way faster than waiting on a personal email to get into. But our PBS emails are forwarded, and they will remain forwarded for several months just so that we don't miss anything. It's not like we don't see them anymore. Our old portal, which by now everyone's out of, except I think one or two. We have one or two that we're working on projects in. So you're all into new portals, and that's the best way to reach out, period. Your client chat is the best way. We all get a notification when one comes in so that everybody assigned to your account knows that you're reaching out. So yeah, that's our ask, is that moving forward, accounting at Devine Consulting LLC or your client portal. I don't know what other changes might.
Well, one thing I want to say is like we'll bring Frank up.
Oh yeah, Frank. We'll bring Frank. He's going to make a cameo.
I have him here. This is Frank.
Hi, Frank. Thanks for joining
us.
The
reason I bring up Frank is not because he's a fun flamingo, but it really, represents our values. And so if my team is not portraying those values to you, I want you to reach out, because they're really important to us and really important to me. So Frank stands for fun, reliable. So we need to be reliable for you, accessible, nurturing, and knowledgeable. So we want to be all of those things for all of our clients. And, if somebody's not representing them, we really want to know.
Yes. And that was another synergy or alignment, is while we didn't have an acronym, those are basically all of the values that PBS had represented. And kind of that is what was also attractive to me, is that this isn't just another accounting firm. This is a fun one. And we want to be like really the go-to for your financial health, and being able to provide that, because we have so many more people dispersing the work, and we can now focus on, okay, what can we do with these numbers? How can we better serve you? Who can we introduce you to that can save you some money or get you better aligned with your end goals, because we have the capacity to do it. So that was another reason I really liked everything about Devine, including Frank. I'm holding him because we were losing him.
And I would gather to say that most people would not think we're accountants. So
no, not at all. In fact, our panel was hilarious. We had people just in stitches laughing, talking about technology, if you can imagine. And that was one of the reasons I was like, this chick is cool. I like this chick. And yeah, it was really fun. So I think that's it. I mean, big announcements other than like our phone number may possibly change in the future, but right now that's still the same. Our emails are being forwarded. We have the new portal. I don't think any other big changes are coming that we can think of for customers, but moving forward, you'll start to see new names, basically. I think that's just it. And you'll get an introduction to your team email coming soon, probably within the next week, because we've been working with the team, or I have been working with the team to train them on our accounts and familiarize them. And all of the bookkeepers already know all the things, and we have workflows established. So there's no like lag in any work getting done whatsoever. That was really important to me, that the customers were not affected by this, or as little as humanly possible. And I think we did a really good job.
I think we did a good job too.
Yeah. So, and Lauren is still around. She's still our office manager, and you're all familiar with Lauren. So if you have to reach out, she's still here. And again, accounting at email goes to everybody, including her, if there's a request. So I think that's it as far as what we can say. And welcome to everyone existing. And if you're finding us and this is you're a new customer or are looking to change your accounting firms, we'd love to have a discovery call with you just to see if we can help. And that's it. We're excited for the next chapter.
Yep.
And this is 10 years in, so who knows what the next 10 years look like, but I think they're going to look pretty good.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Thanks, everyone. We will not see you in 2 more weeks. This is our final mini masterclass.
You'll see us, but just maybe in a different format.
Exactly. So our every 2-week mini masterclass is ending today. However, we have plans to bring you other types of education. Our newsletter is now going to be the Devine newsletter, so you'll still be getting information from us and updates and helpful tips and things like that. None of that's going away, but we just will not be hosting mini masterclass. But thank you to everyone who has joined along. We still have all of them on our YouTube channel and would love for you to watch any of the episodes that pertain to maybe your business, because the content is evergreen. And thank you.
Thanks, guys. We really appreciate it.
All of the love and support over the last 10 years. And now we have even more.
Yep.
All right. See you guys. Bye.